My name's Khan, Naveed Khan. Now, all I need to do is go drop it off to him. Bash, how you doing?
Nav? The formula for success is only two things.
Today we have an Aston Martin DB11 at Enkahnz HQ. It's from one of my old clients, one of my good friends as well. You've seen him before and you know him really well. It's Shabir from Akbar's restaurant. As you can see, it's a beautiful classic. The original colour with the gloss black trims, hand built in England. Beautiful interior, nice cockpit feel to it as well. These gloss trims on the side of the car are going to be wrapped in carbon fibre. He wants the front grille looking like the Aston Martin 177. That's a limited edition Aston Martin that I think is worth about £1 million. So the difference in the grille is it's a larger grille at the front and it's got the silver trims over here. They're also painted in silver, so it gives it that more of an aggressive look. So we've got the matte chrome AB wrap to match the original trims. So we'll be wrapping these intricate detailing over here. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of patience. There's only one man to do that, and that's Steve. So Shabir's car's all complete. All the gloss black trims have been wrapped in gloss carbon fibre and we customised the front grille one of a kind. That's Shabir's own idea. Now, all I need to do is go drop it off to him and hopefully I can impress the Pakistani James Bond. But I think I might change my tyre before I do that. Bash, how you doing?
Nav?
Car's all customised. James Bond here, mate.
Fun. No, better looking than James Bond.
My name's Khan, Naveed Khan. Anyway,
So does that make me the villain in the movie?
you're the James Bond, mate.
Okay.
I'm just like this for you. Anyway, car's all customised. Not a big customisation.
No.
You just wanted some subtle changes.
That's right,
And
yeah.
that's exactly what we've done. Let's go around the car and tell you what we've done.
Wow.
So you wanted that grille looking like the 177. So what we did, we vinyl wrapped it all. Very intricate detailing, matte silver chrome wrap for this. And then we
Fantastic.
wrapped it piece by piece in the...
Normally, you get that kind of design like on Ford or on Audis.
So
but
do
now
you
you've
think
differentiated.
Aston Martin should bring all their models out like this?
I think so. Because, obviously, if you look at that front, Ford stolen that front from Aston. And now you see a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
did
Ford.
actually.
Yeah, they did.
Thinking
because-
about that, yeah, the Ford Focuses, the new ones.
Yeah, well, Ford...
They do look very similar.
Ford owned Astons for a while.
There you go. Look, I'm in the motor trade and I didn't even know that.
Ah, well, there you go. You see, and that's why a lot of Ford... Now that looks like an Aston.
We said we'll do the front carbon splitter over here, the front lip,
Yep.
in carbon fibre wrap. So we've done all that in gloss carbon fibre. We've painted your alloy wheels in gloss black.
Oh, and I'm glad you didn't do the middle
Centre
bit.
cap.
Good.
Oh, you got to show the Aston Martin logo.
Yes.
We did the fins on the wings.
Okay.
Did them in carbon fibre as well.
Brilliant.
We did the door mirrors.
Oh, wow.
What do you think?
That's
of
a surprise.
them? You didn't say the door mirrors.
No,
but
I
we did
didn't.
the door mirrors.
But I'm glad you did.
Thank you.
It just kind of
well, I
finishes.
was ready to take them off. I just thought, just in case, you might say, Nav, I don't like that. Because I
No.
know you know what you want.
I do like it. I do
Okay,
like
we
it.
did the side skirts as well.
Okay.
All in carbon fibre.
Yep.
And the back, the little fin spoiler over here, we did
Okay.
that in carbon fibre. And the rear diffuser, gloss black with carbon fibre as well. So that's a
Brilliant.
nice little finish. And we did all the front end in PPF. So no stone chips, no marks. So that's a slight little customization for Mr. Hussein, Shabir Hussein.
Thank you,
You like
Nav.
that, yeah?
You're doing a great job.
You've had a lot of, mashallah, a lot of success, hard work, nice cars, but we want to know how that is achievable. And I think we should have a little discussion over the cup of tea. Why not?
In that case, follow me this way.
Follow this way.
think the
It's
tea's
not a
ready.
5-mile walk, is it?
No.
Are you sure?
It's-
Right, I better take my Bond jacket off then. Look at this, mashallah. So this is the view from Bash's back garden. But obviously he hardly spends any time here. He's always working. But at least when he does finish work, he comes here, relax and have a nice cup of tea. And we are actually in Bradford, believe it or not, yes. Where did you start from? How did it all begin?
It started from a little restaurant in Keighley.
In Keighley?
Yeah, in Keighley, which kind of I just ended up by chance and by sort of default, really.
Okay.
It's not what I was looking for. It's not what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to be a carpenter joiner.
Okay.
That's what I really wanted to do, and I think I would have been good because I've always been a bit of a practical man. That's why I always come to you and say, Nav, can we do a little bit this with the car? Can we
Yeah.
do a little bit with this? That's where my creative side comes from. But the formula for success is only two things. One is you have to have the blessings from your parents.
That's
number one.
very important.
Okay, and the second thing is whatever you choose to do, no matter what trade you're in, no matter what business you're in, you've got to stick to that, and you've got to set your goal to become the very best at what you do. A lot of people sort of, they'll do something for 5 years, oh, this is not working, then
Yeah.
they'll do something else, and they'll do something else, and
So be
they'll never-
consistent at what you,
Consistent.
the path that you choose, the career
That's
that you
right.
choose.
And you've got to enjoy it. Back in the days, there was no college or academies that sort of taught you how
Okay.
to work in a restaurant or how to cook.
Yeah.
A lot of that, what you learnt at college was sort of French based.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing that you could use or we could use in our industry. I started in a small restaurant in Keighley.
Okay.
It was called Sunham.
So you were a waiter there?
No. Waiter was too high. I think my initial job was peeling the potatoes.
Prep.
And then once I've done that, put this red embroidered top on and kind of help the guys at the front. My first job was very scary because I was this 18-year-old skinny little guy, and all the customers, these were all men coming in and they were boisterous and they were half drunk and it was just kind of fights kicking off all the time. And especially in Keighley, which was sort of quite racist at that time. There was a lot of racist
Yeah.
problems in Keighley. I wasn't feeling for it, so I left that place.
Okay.
And then I started working in Bradford. There was a really nice restaurant called Shakes.
Okay.
It was a really nice place. It was fantastic. The clientele was good, and that's where I kind of excelled. And that brought the better of me.
So then after that, you moved on to
After
buying
that,
your
I
own, or
kind
did
of.
you?
After that, when I decided that not just did I want to sort of be a good restaurant manager, I decided that I wanted to have my own restaurant one day. I took a personal study of working at 7 of the best restaurants in the country at that time, from London to Scotland and Dumfries and whatever.
Okay.
And what I did, I spent about a year and a half at each one, trying to understand why that restaurant was exceptionally popular and busier than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So in some of those restaurants I worked as a chef, in some of those I worked as a manager, and then taking that knowledge,
best
taking that
ideas of all
experience,
7 of them.
that's right, and then I started
Creating
on a
your own
small-
concept.
That's right, I started in a small restaurant on Leeds Road with I think 12 tables, and
Was that the launch of Akbar's restaurant?
that was the Akbar restaurant.
The
yeah.
first one on Leeds Road.
The first one. I never looked back. Never, not from day one. When it was tiny,
Yeah.
we had queues on. When it got bigger, bigger queues. When it turned into 280-seater, we had bigger queues than we ever did.
But do you
And-
think that from whatever you learned, obviously with your experience,
Absolutely, yeah.
that's the reason why it was busy?
I think for me, my goal was to make sure that every customer that walks out of that door has a smile on their face and they're happy.
I remember
And I know-
you've always been hands-on and you are till this day. I remember
That's right. Well, that's
so-
how I met you and
Yeah,
the rest
yeah,
of the
yeah,
team.
yeah, of course.
Because you've got to be people's person.
Yeah,
if
you
you're
are.
a people's person and you can cook, it works. It's a good combo.
So in business, it's about not setting up a business and just moving back and leaving it, letting it to
A
run?
lot of people do that, but they're what we call one season wonders.
Okay,
One season wonders means they're here today, gone tomorrow.
okay.
And I would say the other advantage that I had, which also is the same advantage which Mr. Aslam from Agra has,
Okay.
and by Mumtaz from Mumtaz restaurant. Why the three of us have survived decade after decade is because all three of us are chefs.
So you know your job.
Yes,
So you mastered your industry.
that's right. All three of us are chefs, and everything we do are our own recipes. So we don't depend on any chef. We don't
Yeah.
sort of, we're not sort of one day you've got this brilliant chef, next day he's gone and somebody else has took him and you're finished.
Yeah.
No, we make our own menus. We design our own menus, and so we'll have a
So
longevity.
you know your business through in and out, thick and thin.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that was part of that 7-year study. Was trying to, and my goal was I must be able to do every single job in that restaurant.
Wow.
My intention was never to expand. It was never to sort of have a multiple restaurants. I had one restaurant. It was fantastic. I was the first guy in, last guy out. Knew every single customer that came in by name.
What would you say your most successful branches?
I would say Manchester till this day. And Asif Alhaji Naseem Quresh, like he's a great friend of mine, we always saved Asif for some big major place like that. And he did fantastic jobs. Asif and me worked more closely than any of the other managers. And he was my right hand man. He was my first manager. He was the guy that I appointed, before I was running everything myself. And then obviously as we got busier, Asif was the first manager that I kind of promoted. Fantastic guy. He knew exactly how I think. But he had one bigger advantage than me. He was even more cool and calmer than I am.
Seriously?
Yeah. He was such a calm, cool guy. That guy never broke a sweat, no matter what.
So you got good people around you. So you got to surround yourself around good people.
Absolutely, and those people that share your vision, those people have to share your dream, and they've got to think, the same as you.
When you probably have had your downs.
Yes.
How do you overcome and battle them? Especially when you've got so much in your head. Do you understand? You being the decision maker, the chief. How do you make a decision? Do you understand? Like, okay, it's happened. How do you deal with it personally, yourself, and how do you overcome certain things?
Yeah. But my general view is that look, whatever's happened, it has happened.
It's happened. No reversing.
Don't think about that. What you need to think about instantly is how you're going to fix it.
Okay.
Is it fixable or not? If it is not fixable, you have to cut it off. There's an old saying: if it hurts, cut it off.
Okay.
If you can fix it, then fix it. Do whatever it takes. Somebody told me once, it was Mr. Schwaller, one of my lecturers at Bradford College on hotel and catering management, and he says, this is before I opened my first restaurant, and I says, well, I'm thinking about this and I don't know about this, and and he's like, yes. He says, Shabir, he says, if you set out to climb Mount Everest, do you really think there's going to be no casualty? Maybe, frostbite, or maybe, slip or a fall or something. He says, that's life. You get up, you fix the problem, and you carry on. And he says, the problems are never going to stop.
That's a great thing. What's the next plan for Akbaz? Where do you see yourself in the next, shall I say, 10 years? You're still a young guy, young affluent businessman. And where does it stop here, or does the journey continue?
I have got to do at least, how many more I don't know, but at least one, which is London.
So that's the next couple of years plan then?
Yeah. And that would be kind of sort of,
Okay,
I think
so that's an
after
exclusive, by the way, so just stay tuned for London. Akbar's coming soon. That's great news, and I hope obviously you expand from strength to strength. And what about, obviously, with the busy lifestyle that you live, what's your routine? Like, somebody would think, what does this guy do when he wakes up in the morning, and how does his day pan out with the work? So what's your daily routine from morning to night?
My daily routine, I wake up usually about 12, 1 o'clock. I've never ever set alarm clock in my life.
So you've never seen 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, or 8, forget 7?
Very rare.
Because every time you call me, it's always after 11.
At least. No, and then usually I go back to sleep for another round after that.
Okay.
So day starts about 1 p.m. That's kind of after spending about half an hour in the bathroom.
Okay.
Catching up with all the calls and emails and whatever. I'll usually spend about 45 minutes over breakfast.
Okay.
I really like to take my time.
So what do you
on
eat for breakfast then?
So breakfast, I'll
Do you have
start.
do you have the parathe and the
No,
chole?
no.
No Asian like.
No.
You think authentic Pakistan because you own restaurants? No.
You would imagine that, but
Yeah.
no. I'll start with 3 dates.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Followed by porridge with walnuts and some honey. Followed by 3 soft-boiled eggs
All right.
and 2 cups of tea.
Oh, you like your tea?
I love my tea.
We all love our tea in Yorkshire.
Then I'll leave that for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour to sort of digest. Then I'll spend about an hour and a half in the gym. So
Gym in your house, of course.
gym,
So you
yes.
don't have to jump in your car, travel like
travel down there
5-10
and-
miles to gym or whatever, work out then.
and then sort of, I used to do that, but the problem was,
Yeah, because your gym in your house is bigger than the gym that I go to.
Oh,
Down
is
the road.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'll have to have a session with you in there one day.
yeah, no problem. An hour and a half we're done,
Okay.
and then we'll just finish off with a little run round here, get a bit of fresh air in the lungs, and day starts about 4:30. I sort of make my way to the restaurants.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So-
then sort of I choose a different location each day and try to go and surprise the staff. Unless there's somewhere where I need to go and they
Okay.
need some attention or I've got to deal with. But on a normal routine, I'll just sort of pick a direction and think, well, I've not been here for a...
And then what time do you finish?
That could vary from sort of midnight till sometimes it could be 1:30, 2 a.m.
So who's your, like, obviously you're my idol, I always look up to you.
Oh, thank
You know, and obviously I look at people like yourself and, you know, there's a lot of successful businessmen in Bradford, but you are obviously probably one of the most successful ones that I know and the most humblest as well. Who's your role model?
The guy is Muhammad Aslam
Okay.
from the Agra restaurant.
Seriously?
Seriously.
So you look up to one of your
Yeah.
biggest competitors or one of your competitors?
Yeah. I think he's fantastic.
Wow.
I think he's a great guy.
See, that's what makes you even more humble now in my heart because, you know, you'd probably say, I thought you might have said Gordon Ramsay.
No. He changed. I think for Yorkshire, and I'm speaking for Yorkshire, I think the concept of curry houses
Yeah.
into restaurants, I think he's the guy who changed that.
Wow.
He made the customers respect the curry industry. He made them, I'm talking about English people
Yeah,
here
yeah.
now, you know, Western palate. He made them get dressed up and come to a restaurant. He made going for a curry an evening event
A night
rather
out.
than something after the pub and, you know, with the half
I'll
drunk
have a
and
quick
stuff.
curry, yeah.
Yeah, him. He's the guy. He's the game changer.
Wow.
For the
What
next one.
advice would you give to the youth of today?
They need to find some kind of career, whether it's a career, job, business. They need to find something that they will enjoy doing.
So you got
Yes.
to find, yeah, 100% I
They've
agree
got
with
to
you.
enjoy it. If they don't enjoy it, look, it's like you yourself. You've excelled. Why? You love what you do.
Yeah, I
You're
love it.
passionate. You know, everything about you, you know, I bet just like me, you'll put that garage first.
Yeah.
And you'll think and you'll think and you'll think. Even if you have a problem, you'll find a solution. All we got to do is,
Yeah.
we say to you, Nav, I want to do something. That's
Yeah.
all we tell you.
Yeah.
I want to do something. And then it's your job. You think.
Yeah.
You create that
Yeah.
something.
And the result obviously at the
Yeah.
end is that's the
Yeah.
prize.
You know, so
So would you say, like some people, would you say the focus should be money? When you got a vision about something, should you focus about the money or the passion or the career? Because some people just want to like think, I just want to get rich, I want to get rich. Do you understand? But they don't understand the concept of how you become rich.
that's right.
Do you understand?
That's right. See, if you're good at what you do, richness will follow.
Exactly.
If you are good at what you do,
And if you're very good at what you do, you'll become even richer.
yes, absolutely, richness will follow. You just can't look out for that. You've got to look at being the very best at what you do.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Bradford? Because obviously in Bradford, you know, I love Bradford. I'm born and bred here.
Yeah.
And it's my city, and I support Bradford City, by the way, as well. When you go out of town, did you say you're from Bradford, or you know, how do you, introduce yourself and where you're from? And
Sure. I always introduce myself as Bradford. There's good and bad everywhere.
yeah,
There's probably worse bad in other cities,
Mhm.
but for some reason that doesn't get highlighted. People, and I'm talking about people from my industry, can go to any city and be successful. But nobody, and I mark this, nobody has come from outside in the food business
yeah,
and being successful in Bradford, because our benchmark is that much higher anyway. This is how I once described it on an interview on BBC Radio 4. I said, how do you see Bradford? Because we kept winning the curry capital of England,
yes,
year after year after year.
Yeah.
And they says, why do you think that is? I said, it's very simple. In our industry, we are the Geneva of the watchmakers. What we do in Bradford, others will follow.
True.
They do not create anything different than other than what
So you
we
think
create.
Bradford set the benchmark?
Absolutely. Whether it's Akbar's, whether it's Lahore's, whether it's Agra, whoever it is, we set the benchmark.
And others follow?
Always.
Bash, I won't take any more of your time. It's always a pleasure to be with you, to do your cars.
Great to have you here.
In your presence, honestly, it always boosts me up, and I think I should have a dose of that every month or something, but whatever. But I hope everybody's motivated by Bash's story. I'm sure there's a lot more to tell, and hopefully we'll continue that journey with him and continue customizing his car. And obviously you've learned all the bare basics of how to become successful and his story and his journey. And hopefully if you guys can pick even one little bit from there and become successful, and that'll be a great achievement from this. But for now, I'm gonna go enjoy the cup of tea and probably hit the gym, maybe a spa, jacuzzi, God knows what, I'll go for a jog and check out all the cars and all the animals down here, or maybe you go for a swim down there in the lake. Remember, it doesn't matter where you start from. You can start from the bottom and work your way up. Stay consistent, be passionate about what you want to do in life, and just never give up, especially in failures. Get up and keep going. For now, obviously, stay tuned guys, watch out for some bigger vlogs. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and share the love. Whoa, it's not over till Harris sings! Actually, I'm quite a good singer, aren't I? Anyway guys, all you guys who watched to the end, I've got a little surprise for you. I've got a competition to win a meal for 4 people at any Akbar's restaurant around the UK. I'm gonna ask you one simple question. How many branches do Akbar's restaurant have around the UK? Answer this question and I'll pick one lucky winner on next week's vlog. If you guys want to collaborate with us or be featured on any of our vlogs, please email us down below and we can do some work together. For now, bye!